Hi, my name is Alicia Edwards. Something that really strikes my interest, as well as many others, I'm sure, would be horse slaughterhouses. What really happens behind the scenes in horse slaughterhouses? Are the horses transported in nice fluffy horse trailers with plenty of food and ice cold water? Are the horses put down humanely with just a fast shot? Of course not. This is why I want to talk about how horrible the horse slaughterhouses really were before they were shut down all across the U.S. I would like to talk about how the horses even end up in the slaughterhouses. All kinds of horses are sold to the auctions, and buyers that are called kill buyers buy them. The main horses that are brought to these auctions are either from the racetrack or from individual horse owners. Many people like to go watch horse racing, but what they really don't think about is what happens to the horses after the races. Horse racing is not only a sport, the horses are not just racing for money or a trophy. No, they're actually racing for their lives. As soon as a horse loses or starts doing poorly at the track, they suddenly go from a nice fancy stall, fresh water and feed, to out in the auctions with millions of other horses fighting for their lives every day. Other horses may come from individual horse owners. For some reason, they decide that they can't take care of the horses anymore, so they just simply bring them to the auction and sell them off. Why not find them a home instead of selling them to kill buyers? People are lazy and don't want to take the time to go sell their horses, so they just bring them to the auctions and let whoever buy them. Unfortunately, most of the people that buy them are kill buyers, which are slaughterhouse people that go to auctions and just buy random horses for cheap. These horses are run through these auctions, and most of the time the horses are beaten, whipped, and shocked. The horses sometimes sit in an inhumane horse stall, crowded with hundreds of other horses surrounding them. The horses not only fight with each other, but there are so many horses together that they can't even move. They are not offered a speck of food or even a drip of water. They might sit there for days without food or water. Horses are beautiful creatures that came from God. They should be treated with love, but if nothing else, they should be treated with at least respect. According to the Animal Angle Slaughterhouse Act, when the kill buyers buy the horses, they are then run into an inhumane double-decker trailer that is meant for small animals, such as hogs, goats, and sheep. The double-decker trailers are too short for the horses to even put their head all the way up. They are squeezed into the trailer without even an inch of breathing room. The horses fight in the trailers, and since they are not able to lift their heads, a lot of the horses have trauma to their heads because they are kicked or bitten. Once again, these trailers, the horses are not given any food or water. The older horses will get picked on, and a lot of times they will be trampled to death in the trailers before they even make it to the slaughterhouse. For the lucky horses, or shall I say unlucky horses, that live to make it to be at the slaughterhouses, they are then run through a single wide chute where they are beaten until they are a bloody mess. Suddenly the beautiful animals become scared, injured, and all but dead, and they don't even understand why. How are the horses killed? Well, these horses are supposed to be shocked in the forehead, which will paralyze them. Unfortunately, most of the horses do not get paralyzed because the horse's first nature is to move away when something is going towards their face. The next step is to slit their throats and hang them from one leg from the ceiling, which you can imagine how painful this would be since the horses can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and all that weight being on one leg. Well, when the horses are not paralyzed, they can obviously feel this happening to them, so you can imagine the pain that the horses go through. The way that they die, they are left to bleed out slowly but surely. Have you heard enough yet? Do you think that the cruel torture has come to an end? Sadly, it's not. The next step is to put the horses in a machine where they are pressed to death and skinned. Well, believe it or not, the horses a lot of times aren't dead yet, so they are being skinned alive. In case having your throat slit and hung from one leg was horrific enough, they then are skinned alive, breathing, heartbeat, and all. Could you even imagine what the animals go through, having your skin ripped right off of you? I know that I could not even imagine the horrible pain that they go through. Well, there you have it. Next time that you hear people say how the slaughterhouses in the U.S. should be reopened, you can now tell them the horrible truth and facts that are behind the scenes in these slaughterhouses.